Episode 27 of Bethel Brothers Hot Rod. Today I'm going to be working on painting some of the cab parts, maybe doing some polishing, chroming up some stuff. Working on Joe's jockey box, and here in the corners, along the edges, I'm going to run a bead of caulk. So when it paints, it all looks seamless. Okay, so there it is with as little mess as possible. As you can see, I've taken off a lot of the stuff that's in here because I'm going to chrome some of it, I'm going to paint some of it. I got a ton of sanding. Joe's going to get his transmission.
Yep, I'm all excited. I can barely breathe.
Leah from Australia asked me to say, Sam I am, green eggs and ham. G'day mate, but that's not why I call him Sam. See, back when I was a kid, there used to be this TV show called Grizzly Adams. Think peace hippie up in the boonies back in the 1800s, like when people were trapping. Anyway, he lived up there and there was this old trapper that used to come by and he had a mule that would just kick and be ornery all the time, and its name was Sam. So when Joy and I first got this truck, it kicked like a mule. I called it Sam right out of the gate. So that's why his name is Sam. I'm gonna go out and go polish these caps, see what happens. This is how it started out after I got the paint off. And then this is the finish. I think you can see my reflection in it. Let me zoom in. See, there I am. Hello. Hello. Before, after, before, after, before, after. You dig it, babies? That's where the part goes. Get it, right? Gauge or speaker, whatever you want to put, but now they're going to be chrome. Joe's back from Sacramento.
Excuse me. So, I wake up this morning to check my emails, and the FedEx thing says that my transmission's been delivered down to Sacramento. So
Joe was like, woohoo!
Yeah, so I'm like doing a little happy dance, and I'm like, well, maybe I should call and check on this, you know, to make sure that that's what's really going on. I called her. The lady goes, yeah, your transmission's here. It's on the truck. It's being unloaded. Why don't you come down in about an hour and pick it up? So I'm like, all right. Went, got a truck and filled it up with gas and drove down there. It took like an hour to get there. I get there and the lady tells me that they got the manifesto and no transmission. So
you had to drive 100 miles for nothing.
I went all the way down there for nothing. And I freaked out, and they said they're going to send it here to the house tomorrow so I don't have to come back out. So at this point, I don't know.
What are you doing with the tape?
And I'm just going to get everything prepped so I can pull the spark plugs out and pull the torque converter, check the flywheel for cracks, and then blue.
See what he did, kids? See what he did? Right there. Labeled them. So you're not going, hey, what wire is that? The reason he's taking those out, it's easier to turn the flywheel with the plugs out. There's no pressure, back pressure in the motor. Wants to make sure there's no cracks on it. Do a little inspection, kids. And some people are all like, hey dude, what's taking so long? Hey, this ain't Chip Foos with like 90 paid guys from Wyotech.
There's no crayons.
There's no crayons here, Chip. This is what it's like when you actually have to do it yourself.
It's the real world.
It's the real world, baby.
There's no champagne, just beer and cheap chips.
Beer and cheap chicks. There isn't even cheap chicks or beer.
I said cheap chips.
Oh. I thought you said cheap chicks.
No, cheap chips.
You know where cheap chicks are? Hey, where? Do they live close?
Go first. My fire.
Joey's underneath his truck trying to turn his flywheel. There it went. Twist. Come on, pull it. Put your purse down. There it goes. Oh, you're going to pinch your finger off. Yeah.
There's a bolt. I can get that one off.
He's going to inspect that there flywheel on the other side of that there torque converter.
I got to take the torque converter off, too. They sent me a new torque converter.
Right. So you take that off. They inspect it.
Oh, God, I hate it.
But aren't you glad? Because then you get to lay on the ground.
I'm just glad I can't afford an easy lift or a Tommy lift or any of those nice 4-post or 2-post lift companies that are watching, I would really like a lift.
We'll put you on the show.
I'll tell you, I'll like
We'll
a
do
long
it.
time.
You want to be on it? We'll be a sponsor. Send us freebies.
Okay.
Hurry up.
I need it.
There you go. I got both of them shined up. Can you see the reflection, baby? Hand polish. You like that? That's what's taking so long. Tomorrow, I'll do the jockey box lid. It's kind of shiny now, but not where I want it. So, do that. The caulking is dry, so I'll be able to paint tomorrow on that if I wanted to. But I doubt I'll get to it. Joe managed to get out the torque converter. It's somewhat problematical, but he got it out. He sprayed underneath there to get rid of all the cat litter and junk that he had soaking up some tranny juice. So when his tranny gets here tomorrow, he should be able to drop it in. That's gonna do it for today's episode. Hope you liked it. Hope you learned something. Stay around, stay tuned, keep watching Bethel Brothers Hot Rod.